Hello, I'm Emma Hammett from First Aid for Life and onlinefirstaid.com. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about dishwasher tablets and button batteries and what to do if your child ends up eating one or swallowing one or gets their hands on one and you're not sure where it's gone. I'm going to start by saying why they are so dangerous, what sort of damage they cause, and then I'm going to tell you the first aid, what first aid to do to minimise any effects and what you need to do otherwise after that as well. Okay, right, dishwasher tablets. Dishwasher tablets and any household cleaning products are potentially lethal for your little one, and sadly there are every single year quite a few fatalities from children eating these. Obviously the most important thing is to keep them locked away, so any cleaning products are really strong alkali, and if they're strong alkali they can burn as badly as an acid, so it's just the other end of the pH scale. So the important thing is keep them out of reach, and what tends to happen quite often is people have been very good and kept them out of reach, and they've gone to put on their dishwasher, they've taken the tablet out or the granules and they've put them in the drawer, in the little drawer thing at the front, at the bottom, and they've had a look and they've decided actually there's not enough in there to need to do a wash at the moment. So they shut the door and they forget about it. Quite often the door isn't firmly shut. A child can then just open it up and there it is, sitting there at a level for them. They fiddle around, only takes them a couple of seconds. They've got a lovely Smartie on the top, looks like a great sweetie. They dig it out and they pop it in their mouth. Dishwasher tablets, well, people are encouraged to use dishwasher tablets and capsules like this rather than the granules, because if they do swallow them, they've shown that actually the damage caused is less bad than with the granules. With the granules you have a burn over a greater surface area and there's much higher likelihood of it causing fatalities. In Ireland there was a particular study, they previously sort of had the granules as their mainstream option, and they had a heck of a lot of fatalities every year, and it was distressing and worrying for a lot of people. And they did a study around this, and they found that when they encouraged people to use the capsules, that the fatalities dramatically dropped off, which is obviously great news. It doesn't mean that a capsule doesn't burn. What it means is it just burns over a smaller surface area, and very often when they bite into it, they feel it burning them and they don't bite further, and quite often they do spit it out, which is great. So the key thing is prevention. If you do find a child has eaten a dishwasher tablet, what you would need to do is stay as calm as you possibly can. As with most of first aid, the calmer you are, the calmer they will be, and the more likely they will be to tell you exactly what they've taken. So if they have it in their mouth, you would obviously take whatever you can, wear gloves if you can, or protect your hands if you can. Your hands will be less likely to burn than the inside of their mouth, but do protect yourself. And you would remove whatever you can. You're not going to poke your fingers down, because obviously that will poke it down further, but squeeze their cheeks and just get them to spit out whatever they've got in there. Just get them to spit, spit, spit. Then if they're able to, you would get them to swill with a small amount of water and spit that as well. You want to get as much of that corrosive product out as you possibly can to prevent them from swallowing any more and getting it down. So get as much out as you can. If you think it's probable that they have swallowed some, then once you've got as much out as you can, small sips, small regular sips of milk or water, and get the ambulance service on the way. Because if they have burnt down their throat, it's possible that their throat could end up shutting, and it's possible that they could end up stopping breathing. So this is serious. If you think that they might have swallowed it, you need to be ready to act quickly. So small sips, once you've swilled out whatever you can, small sips of milk or water, as calm as you possibly can. If they do stop breathing and you need to do mouth to mouth on them, protect yourself. Because if they've got something corrosive that has burnt them, it's likely to burn you as well. So use a face shield or something to protect yourself. With a child, we would recommend you do mouth to mouth if you possibly can. If it's likely to put yourself at danger or blow the product further down, then just do compressions and get an ambulance very, very quickly. So impress upon them how urgent this is. Okay, so that's what to do if they have swallowed a dishwasher tablet. So prevention first, obviously. Don't underestimate how dangerous any of the household cleaning products can be if a child ends up drinking it. If you're able to choose household products with a product called Bitrex in it, that's incredibly bitter and it discourages them from drinking it, because if they take one sip of it, it's really, really bitter and they'll want to spit it out because it's revolting. So that's something else that's preventative that might help. Okay, right, button batteries. So button batteries are common in, let me throw those dishwasher tablets on the floor. They're common in an awful lot of products. The best way to show you here, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You've got the big lithium tablets, batteries here, and you've got the smaller little button batteries here. So they're in remote controls, they're in keyring fobs, they're in birthday cards, they're in an awful lot of common everyday products. Now these are neat little batteries, and you might think, oh well, if my child gets hold of one of these, it will just slide straight through and come out the other end. If it does slide straight through and come out the other end, then that's fine. Sadly, what tends to happen is these react with moisture, and if they get stuck anywhere, be it up a child's nose, in a child's ear, or if they've swallowed it and it gets stuck somewhere, it starts producing an exothermic, a heat reaction, and producing caustic soda, and that will burn through their gullet or wherever it has got stuck, and it causes a heck of a lot of damage. There is a video I've got on one of my blog posts that actually shows a button battery put on some meat, and it shows how quickly it burns its way through a bit of raw meat, and the same will happen in a human. So even if they're apparently dead batteries that have of no use anymore, they may still have a charge, and a sufficient charge to do damage. So dispose of old batteries carefully and store current batteries extremely carefully, and make sure that all toys have those little screws screwed in tightly. That's what they're there for, so that children do not get hold of these. If you suspect that a child has got hold of a button battery, or if there's a button battery missing, and you think it quite likely that that child may have swallowed it or put it somewhere, well, swallowing is the most important, they may not be showing any symptoms at all, and they may not tell you that that's what they've done. So the best course of action is to take them to have an x-ray, and there they will be able to see if there is a button battery inside them. If you don't, sadly what has happened in the past is the first time a parent has known that there is something wrong is when the child starts vomiting blood. And at that point, sometimes it's too late. These can cause, particularly these bigger ones, they can cause damage within about 4 hours. And certainly within multiple hours, they can cause irreversible damage to the child's esophagus or wherever it has stuck. So you do need to act quickly. So prevention is key. If you think that there's one missing, then you need to get them x-rayed quickly. If it's something else like a coin or something that's missing, the chances are it will come out the other end, and it probably won't cause them any damage. So if they seem fine and you haven't got the same danger of that electric charge and the burning, that's what we're worrying about. Following my Facebook Live last week about burns, I was also asked if I would quickly cover what to do if someone's got a chemical burn. So I thought I'd add it on to the end of this one. So if somebody has a chemical burn to their skin, what you would need to do is the same as you were doing with any burn before, providing there's no contraindication. So first of all, it would be to read the instructions on the back of the chemicals if you're able to read the COSH sign if you're in an industrial type environment, and just ensure that water is the preferred thing to do in order to dilute and to cool the burn. With most of them, with most products, water is what you should be using. Cool running water. Cool, 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 cool. Remove any jewellery or anything because a burn will swell. Be very careful of the runoff, because obviously if I've got a corrosive substance on here and it's burning me, it will actually burn the person that's treating them as well. So just protect yourself. Wear gloves, protect yourself from any of the corrosive substance coming off the skin. So cool, 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 cool for at least 20 minutes for a corrosive burn, and then get it seen by a medical professional. So I hope that's useful as well. But just make sure that if you are working with particular chemicals, that you are aware of what the chemicals are and what the advice is should a chemical be spilt on someone or splashed in their eye or accidentally ingested. So make sure you have read the signage and the COSH reports that come with it, and make sure as well that with all household chemicals, there is always something on the back that gives you the advice as to what to do if anything is spilt on you or if it's splashed in the eye or swallowed. So that's me, Emma Hammett, First Aid for Life, onlinefirstaid.com, www.firstaidforlife.org.uk. We've got loads of free resources on our website. We'd be delighted for you to come and join one of our practical or our online courses, and tune in next week for next week's Facebook Live as well. Many thanks.